Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you saw in the title, we are going to be doing a foundation, tinted moisturizer, skin tint, whatever you want to call it, declutter. I have quite a bit, okay? I have more than what I thought. And so I feel like this is going to be really, really hard because just opening my drawer, I was like, do I even want to do foundations? I feel like I'm really not going to get rid of anything, and it's not much of a fun declutter if you're not really decluttering anything and you're just like keep, like that could be annoying. And so I was like, I don't know, but I don't know. I might surprise myself. So if you want to know what's in my collection, what's staying and what's going, keep on watching. It's going to be hard. Alright guys, we are going to be jumping right into it. We're going to be decluttering foundations, tinted moisturizers. Like I can't even begin, like I can't even get it all into frame, which is not great. So I'm gonna do my best here to just be really, really picky and just mindful of the products that I can and just should be done with. So first is this is a bit newer to me opening up, and I do like it, and it's just nice for those lighter days. I do reach for this a lot more than just regular foundations, just because BB cream tinted moisturizers, they're just my go-to lately. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. Can't see it, it's not in frame, but I'm gonna keep my House Labs foundation. I really, really love this foundation. I do reach for it more for more, you know, like concert and things like that, events. I don't normally wear this on every single day to day unless like I'm off or something, but I really do like this foundation, so I'm going to keep this. Something I'm going to get rid of. This is really new to my collection. It's the Dewy Skin Glass Glow Skin Tint from Ciate London. I got this in a BoxyCharm box, and it just looks a bit like orange for me. It seemed like it blended out fine on my back of my hand, but I just know that I'm going to reach for, if I'm going to reach for a tinted moisturizer or some sort of skin tint, it's just probably not going to be this, and it's just going to sit and sit and sit. So I'm going to pass it on while it's still pretty new. I actually have this foundation on today, and I will say that I don't completely love it. It is breaking up a little bit around my nose, which I don't really have an issue with. Like the fact that it's not really working out with my skin type, I'm just going to go ahead and pass this along. I'm going to continue to give this foundation a try. It just doesn't seem to be the foundation for me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it just looks really cakey very quickly on me. Maybe I'm putting too much. So I'm going to continue to try this foundation because I really do want to like it. I just don't know if it's going to be my cup of tea. It might be in my next declutter. We'll see. This is going to be going in the trash. This was a really nice foundation, and I'm sad that I didn't give it its love that it deserved. I will say, though, that when I bought this foundation, I got it around a time where my skin was not its best. And so I was trying to be wear the It Girl makeup and low coverage and not so high coverage, but back then my acne was so bad that I wanted to cover it up more, and I was looking for the most fullest coverage foundation out there. And so I kind of hopped on the wagon for this foundation a little before my time. Now I would probably have finished it by now. Like it was a nice foundation. I might repurchase in the future, just not right now, of course, because I have too many. But I'm going to go ahead and show the shade just in case I want to look back on this video and get it in the future. But yeah, my skin has been more clear. I feel like I would be able to rock it a little bit better now. But this one is just old and gross, as you can tell. This product is literally almost done, like probably a couple more days and it's going to be finished. Oops. This has been my favorite everyday product. This is a soft radiant skin tint, and again, I've been reaching for skin tints more than foundations, especially for my everyday. This is my summer shade, which it's like considered their light shade, so it's crazy that is my summer shade, but it is. It's 170 light. But yeah, so I'm almost done using this. I'm gonna just finish it up, even though at the moment it's a little bit too dark, but I'm just gonna finish it up. I did go ahead and repurchase a lighter shade, which I don't know if you can like tell the difference, but it is a lighter shade. This one is 130 neutral fair. The fact that I'm in their fair and light line is insane to me, but hey, I'm happy that they run a little bit darker because then other people can use it maybe more. But yeah, so I did go ahead and buy a backup, and I love this. I'm not getting rid of it. This has replaced my Fenty Easy Drop skin tint. Is that what it's called? I don't remember, but it's so good. I love it. A foundation that I know I'm going to be keeping is the NARS. This is the light reflecting foundation. I could probably like get another shade. This is more of a summer shade for me, so which stinks because in the summertime I don't reach for this because of my skin is more oily and glowy in the summertime, and this just doesn't like, this just melts off my face. So this would be a great summer winter foundation for me, but I need a lighter shade. But I'm gonna try my best to get through this and then maybe possibly repurchase, we'll see. But I'm gonna keep it. This breaks my heart to do this, but I know that I have to, like, there's gonna be some that I want to keep, but I just have to make the decision to move forward. This is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. This has turmeric, ashwagandha, and HA, which I'm assuming is hyaluronic acid. I do like this, but it is too dark for me to wear in the wintertime. And again, it's a type of foundation that doesn't really work for me in the summertime. I'm looking for more of a natural satin or matte foundation in those summertime, so it stays. In the wintertime, I'm reaching for more of a glowy, hydrating foundation because my skin does change. And so because this is my my summer shade, but the formula is my winter formula, it just doesn't work out for me, and that's why it's just been sitting and sitting and sitting. It's a beautiful foundation. I have nothing wrong to say, but it is very serum-y. It's very hydrating. It just doesn't work out for me in the summer, and unfortunately it's too dark for the winter. So as you can see, it's a very dark tanner shade. This one is in the shade MG5. So I'm going to go ahead and sadly pass this along. This foundation has been a goodie for such a long time, but I just, with all these other foundations now in my life, I just don't reach for it as much, and so I don't want it to go bad. I really do not like, I'm gonna have to get some baby oil and take off like the sticky tag ness residue on it, but this is in soft beige. It's such a good foundation, guys. I think these are like, what, $5 at Dollar General. But the Believe line is such a good brand of affordable makeup. I feel like it was talked about for a bit, and then they themselves kind of dropped the ball. Like, they haven't came out with anything crazy since. But yeah, this was such a great foundation. Well, the first bottle that I bought was 6 years ago, and that one I finished already. That one's completely done. I did go ahead and repurchase it. And yeah, it's a nice foundation. It's just not what I'm reaching for nowadays. I'm going to go ahead and keep this right here. It's such a good product. I love it so much. It's very lightweight. It's not a whole lot of coverage, but it does give you a little bit of coverage. It's the Radiant Skin Brightening Serum Skin Tint. I think this is going to be more of my winter shade versus a summer shade versus a winter shade, but I got to double check it and see. But it's such a nice product either or. I thought it was going to be way too like glowy and slippery. I don't like those types of skin tints, and it wasn't. It really like surprised me. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. This is a newer foundation. It is a foundation again that I have to wear, unfortunately, more in the summer versus the winter, because I think I bought these shades more in the summer than in the winter. But yeah, this is a really nice foundation, and I'm look forward to using it more. It's really nice. So I'm gonna keep this. I bought this around the same time as I bought the Glossier foundation. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin foundation. I have the original. So yeah, this one is in the shade 1N14, and this is 1N14. Oh my god, I literally got the same shade. I didn't even look to think to look. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep both of these. I do like the formula on both. Here I was smart and got the mini, so I do recommend. I know some people don't think they're getting their money worth if they get the mini, but I don't know, especially if you're like me and you like trying out new foundations, I think getting the mini is just worth it. It's a little bit cheaper for your part, as well as you're not wasting a whole bottle of foundation. This is kind of a little less than half, I think, of what you would normally get, but again, like, I didn't fly through it. I still have it, so I enjoy having the mini. But I'm going to keep these two. This is the Maybelline BB Pure skin like tint type of thing. I think it's called, what's it called? Skin Clearing Beauty Balm. I bought this again because I remembered liking it. I don't know if my preference has changed, but it's just not my favorite anymore. I feel like I just kind of swatched it on the back of my hand. There's not that much coverage, and it's very luminous, which there's nothing wrong with that, especially in the wintertime, but it just doesn't like set down. Like, I like my skin tints to set down a little bit, so they're not slipping and sliding away. I don't like having to set a skin tint or a tinted moisturizer. If I'm going to have to set it, I might as well just put on like a lightweight foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. This is a really nice foundation, and I really want to get into using it again because it has been sitting in my collection getting ignored. But this is the Best Skin Ever Sephora foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this and try to use it up because I really do remember liking it a lot. I just been reaching for other things. I think it's just been getting pushed back because of so much that I have. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to try to use it more. All right, this is a foundation from the Anastasia. This is their, like, what is it? Their Luminous. Yeah, Luminous foundation. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. This is another foundation that kind of just sits there, but it's not one that I'm like, oh my God, I remember using that and loving it so much. Like, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not a foundation that I find myself reaching for, looking for. Even when it was new, I didn't really reach for it. I think I tried it one time and then I kind of just forgot about it. And then I have been reaching for it here and there just to kind of acknowledge it. But I feel like I have to force myself to use it. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. There's just nothing crazy that's wowing me either. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. This foundation is fairly new to me. It's the About Face. I totally messed up the shade. This is the Performer in the shade M1 Neutral. This is more of a summer shade for me. So I don't want to pass it along yet because it's brand new. I'm going to see if I can wear it a lot more in the summertime. Try to anyways. If not, I'll pass it along and I will maybe eventually get the right shade. I really wanted this for so bad. But unfortunately I grabbed the wrong shade, so I can't wear it right now. But this is the Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation from Oma Beauty and Sharon C. This was a nice foundation, but I can say that I've kind of forgotten about it. I haven't been reaching for it. It doesn't feel like it's super full, but I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along because it's just a foundation that I'm not really reaching for a whole lot anymore. So I can go ahead and pass her along. Let's start bringing in the troops. Keep getting out of focus here. What's going on? So a foundation that I do like and it's a bit newer is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. This is such a great foundation. Highly recommend. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. This foundation, people were comparing this foundation. The reason I bought it is because they're saying that this was a great alternative to the Makeup by Mario foundation and it was a great dupe. And so I went ahead and get it. It doesn't have like the little sparkles in it that the makeup from Makeup by Mario does. But I will say that I like this foundation on my face and it just sits better than the Makeup by Mario one. So if you heard that it was the alternative and you were deciding to get the Makeup by Mario or this one, I recommend this one. Obviously it's way more cheaper, it's more affordable. I don't know, it just looks so much more nicer. It sits so much nicer. I feel like I'm making the Makeup by Mario one work because it's newer. Obviously I spent money on it, and I'm kind of forcing it right now, but this one I actually recommend, so I'm gonna keep her. This one I haven't tried too many times yet. This one I think I only tried like once or twice, so I'm gonna keep trying her and we'll see. This is the Morphe Light Form Extended Hydration Foundation. I feel like I've been avoiding wearing her because I feel like she's too light, but I do remember that I bought a shade a little bit lighter than what my actual shade would be because she does oxidize, and I do remember that as a recommendation to buy lighter because it oxidizes, and it does oxidize and it ends up working out great. So I just need to remember to use her more, but we're gonna try to use her up a little bit more. This foundation is also new. It's the Easy Blur foundation. I do like it, but I will say that she be clinging to dry patches, and so because my skin is a bit drier, she doesn't look her best. But I do like the foundation. I do like how it looks. I like how it feels. She just doesn't like dry skin too much. So just keep that in mind, but we're going to keep for now. Okay, so the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation used to be my foundation. Like I remember like flying through this. So I bought it again recently. I wouldn't say too recently, but I bought it again recently and it's just a no for me. I don't feel like it gives me much coverage. I'm kind of like, what are you doing? I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because it's just not my cup of tea. And I need to be pickier. I'm starting to like know what I like more, and that's just not it. The Beautiful Skin Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury, I'm going to keep her. She's probably at this point expired, but she doesn't smell funny or anything, so I'm going to keep her and try to use her a little bit more. The True Match Foundation, I actually did like it. I have nothing bad to say. I reached for it quite a few times, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one as well. This foundation, once again, I kind of picked out my wrong shade. This shade is Buff Bisque, and I will say that for a matte foundation, I should have went with a darker shade, because again, I wear matte foundations in the summertime, and then I work like glowier hydrating foundations in the wintertime. It just makes more sense. I know people go for the glowier look, and don't get me wrong, I can fake the glowy look in the summertime, but unfortunately I can't wear much glowy products in the summertime because I am very oily and the makeup will just literally slide off my face. So also, I'm not a fan of the paint smell. Like, I really do like this foundation. I remember liking this foundation, but I'm gonna go ahead and pass her along before it gets too old. I'm just not reaching for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along. I'm doing way better than I thought, guys. I thought I was going to get rid of 2 foundations, and once I laid all the foundations out, I was like, no, Sierra, you need to like cut throat and like get rid of a lot of foundations. I was like, maybe 1 or 2 I can definitely see myself getting rid of, but like when I saw how many I have, I'm like, no. I am going to continue to try to use this a little bit more. I feel like the first time I bought it, I was obsessed with it, okay? I probably almost emptied it out. Then it went bad, and then I got rid of it, and then I rebought it. I want to try to like use it more, so we'll see. She's safe for now. I feel like a lot of these are safe for now. This one is almost finished, and I'm not going to give her away because I can't buy her anymore, and I really like this foundation. Right when I bought this foundation and I fell in love with it, they announced that they weren't going to be coming out with it anymore, and I was like, what do you mean? I feel like I just discovered my perfect drugstore foundation. So this one is in the shade Nude, and I feel like the olive tone in this foundation is just so good. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to finish her up. I really like this foundation, and I'm so sad that I can't buy it anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it and use it up because she's like probably halfway gone anyways. And then this one, I just don't know enough yet about it to say that I want to keep it or get rid of it. So this is going to be like a maybe. It's going to be a maybe because I need to test her out a little bit more. My keep pile is 100% bigger than my get rid of pile, guys, but I feel like I did my best, okay? This is the Skin Silk foundation from Revolution. This is another luminous foundation that I love, okay? I like this foundation. She is so good. So I'm going to keep her. I feel like she gets a bit messy. That could just be me. This is another one that I feel like I like it better than the original, but I still don't know enough to know if I really want to keep it or not, you know? So I'm going to try to test her out a little bit more as well. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Skin Tint. This is another one that I do like, actually, and it fits more into my everyday routine. I just have to like remember that I have other skin tints because I'm telling you, the Sephora skin tint one just takes the cake, okay? And so I probably won't buy no more skin tints because I just know that I'm always going to reach for that. And so I need to finish up what I have and then just keep the ones that I really, really, truly love. So I am going to hold on to this one is, it's the shade 220, and it is the Super Stay 24-hour skin tint. It's a skin tint plus vitamin C. Now, this was just so glowy and dewy on my skin, and then I feel like other people were like, it's not dewy, it's like pretty normal. And I'm like, I feel like it depends on your skin because this was like so gluey, so glowy, so dewy. And again, if I'm going to put on a skin tint, I don't want to have to set it. I don't want to worry about it slipping and sliding all over my face. I feel like if it was a lighter shade, I would keep it and wear it in the wintertime. But because it is such a darker shade, it just sits in my collection because I cannot wear it. I can't wear it in the summer and I can't wear it in the winter. So it's just one of those products where I would love to continue to work with it and try it out, but I can't. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this along and let someone else get some good use out of it. Another skin tint that I absolutely love though is the L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Acid Skin Tint or something like that. That one, the dropper sucks on it, but I'm telling you, it's so good. I went through not one, but 2 bottles, okay? I stopped buying it because I knew that I was never gonna use anything else. So the stuff that we are getting rid of completely. 1, 2. This is so hard, guys. Decluttering is so hard. Okay. Let me this is everything that I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 foundations. 11. That's insane. That's insane because I truly was like, I'm getting rid of this and that's it. So 11 foundations. Some of them are old and just have to get thrown out, and then others I will pass along. Definite keeps, like for sure I know I'm keeping, and I'm hopefully going to use as much of these up as I possibly can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'm keeping 17. So yeah, I'm keeping 17 foundations. I'm counting this as 1 because I'm almost done with this. This is seriously like going to be finished very, very soon. So I'm counting this as 1. But yeah, 17 foundations I am keeping for sure. Okay, and then these are the ones that are in my like maybe still testing, still trying kind of pile. So I want to see if I reach for this now that I cut a little bit out of my collection. So I want to continue to try to reach for this. If I'm not reaching for it, it's not a bad product. It's just not something that I'm finding myself looking for, so I'll pass it along. I still want to test this out a little bit more. I feel like I liked it from first like trying it on, but like, is it going to be my go-to foundation, you know? So I'm going to keep testing that out. This I'm going to keep trying as well because it just, I want to like it so bad. I'm going to keep testing this out as well. This one I don't know enough about to make a decision to get rid of or keep. And then this is a bit newer, and again, I feel like I like it. I kind of know the formula. It's just a matter if I find myself reaching for it or not. You know, if it's just sitting there, then again, I'm gonna pass it along. But these are the ones that I'm just not sure about. I need to try more, and within time we will know if I keep or not. So to be as transparent as possible. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, watching this declutter. Next will be concealer, so stay tuned. We are still chugging through my collection. So even though 25 days of makeup, that was a complete fail for me, is no more. We are going to be continuing to clean out my collection. So continue to follow me on this declutter journey. Until next time.